aviation system. And we're doing a step up to an ultimate goal of a 10% reduction. But right now we are targeting 4% of our flight schedule here at O'Hare to begin canceling starting tomorrow. For us, it's really not a massive amount of flying. We're a pretty big hub here. 4% of the United flight schedule really translates to about 23 round-trip flights every day for us. And we're going to be in that mode for roughly 4 days. And then as the week progresses, it'll gradually step up slowly until we reach a 10% number. And just to put that in perspective, 4% of our flight schedule is like dealing with a minor snowfall event here in O'Hare. And we do that, as you all know, in Chicago quite often. So it's something that United Airlines is well versed at handling, and we are well prepared to handle this small disruption.
Are you focusing on the regional flights? I know yesterday we heard like no international and the major hubs would be impacted. Where are you targeting?
That's correct. So the 23 cancellations for 4% of our flight schedule will not affect international flying. It will not affect flights in between our hubs. And mostly it'll affect small regional markets and cities that we are currently traveling with lower load factors. The good news about this time of year, it's not really super busy yet. So we've got a few weeks here to work tactically through our flight schedule and find the markets where we have protection for our customers so we don't cause huge disruptions for them, but also markets where we really feel that we will cause very little impact to the system and most importantly to our customers.
How do customers find out if their flight is going to be one of these, or do they just wait for an email?
Yeah, so the best way through any of this is have the United app on your phone. If you have a booking coming up, it's the best way for United Airlines to get in touch with you in real time. Also United.com. But yes, if you've made your reservation, please make sure you have a good email or text number with us, and that's how you can get notified.
And how far in advance will you be letting people know about these cancellations?
As soon as a cancellation gets put in, we broadcast that to the people that are on the flight.
Is that a 24-hour, 48-hour? What is the turnaround? Like, how far out right now are you canceling?
So right now we are working through the next 2 days of cancellations throughout the system. We have a team in our Arlington Heights facility that is working round the clock, minute by minute, to assure that we are canceling the right flights that have the best options for our customers.
Will people find out tonight, or will they not find out until tomorrow morning?
No, they'll find out tonight if the cancellations have already gone in, and some have already. So if you're on a flight, you'll probably get a notification of one of the small 23 round trips we have a day.
If you are on one of those flights that are canceled, are you automatically going to be rebooked for another flight, or do you have the option of choosing the next?
Yes, if you are on a canceled flight, our systems automatically rebook you to the next available flight that works for you. You also have the ability to take advantage of a waiver that United Airlines has published. It's a very generous waiver, and the details of that can be found on the app, United Airlines app, or at United.com. You're entitled to a refund. You can make some changes. We just want to make sure that through this disruption, we're as transparent and customer-friendly as we possibly can be. We want to make sure people feel comfortable knowing that they have options. And this waiver that we have out right now is really generous to make sure that they have the ultimate flexibility that they need to complete their travel.
We're coming up on obviously a very busy travel time. Thanksgiving only a couple of weeks away. If this shutdown continues through, then can you just touch on how much of an impact that could be for that busy travel time?
Well, right now we're really focused on making sure this thing ends quick. But if it did extend into the travel season, it gets busier, we have the ability right now to put stuff in place today that at least gives customers a head start and allows us to build options as well. Like we can do things to support markets that may be affected. So we've got a lot of techniques that we employ anytime we have a disruption. When we get to that 10% number, that's kind of like a decent snowstorm, but not really bad for us. So we can cope with that, and we've been well versed at handling those types of events, and we can set up alternatives for customers.
When you say you can cope with that, for how long? Because a snowstorm ends, and we don't know when this is going to end.
Well, once we have this, the good thing about a schedule reduction, and it's planned, when it's planned, we can react. And once you establish a plan, we just run the plan. And so the earlier we know the plan and the earlier we tell our customers, it really becomes just a matter of execution, and we're pretty good at that. So we feel pretty good about handling it.
Just to make sure I understand, so you're starting with 4% here at O'Hare.
So it won't go immediately to 10. It'll go 4, and I believe just step up percentage-wise until by next Friday, it'll be a 10% ask by the FAA. So that's what the FAA has requested of all carriers, that by next Friday, 10% of your schedule is reduced.
So would that be more like 50 flights?
For us here, yeah, about 55 flights a day.
Is that 10% flights then, not passenger volume?
Correct.
So are these smaller flights as well?
Right now, yes, because we want to protect international flights, which tend to be big airplanes. We want to protect flights that connect customers from hub to hub and major markets. So what we do in order to take the workload off the FAA, we're going to probably focus on those flight segments that aren't carrying a lot of customers or in the load factors are low. So, and also where we have protection. So when we have this team working on this right now, we'll get to a point where it's very easy for us to pinpoint which flights we can cancel because we have good protection for that customer base. So to the earlier question, if we can plan this out further, we'll be better prepared and so will the customer.
Do you expect customers to see a fewer number of flights taken overall reflected prices? For example, I was supposed to go to Washington, D.C. next week for work. All of the flights that were available effectively covered. Do you guys see that being part of this?
I don't know how that would affect pricing, to be honest with you. That's not really something that I'm quite well-versed at. I don't think so, in my opinion, only because it's just a matter of seat availability. So if there is a market that's impacted slightly, you might see a reduction in seats, and that would mean you just have to react and get your seats while you can. But for the most part, especially in the busy travel season, a lot of people have purchased already, and so we're in decent shape there. You're welcome. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Thank you guys.